before we begin, make sure you hit that subscribe button. You don't want to miss out on the rarest and most fascinating coins we're uncovering every week. And trust me, by the end of this video, you're going to want to dig through every drawer, jar, and old coin box you've got stored away. Now, let's take a trip back in time. It's the year 1968. The world's changing fast. The space race is in full swing. The Beatles are still topping the charts. And while all that's going on, in the southern tip of Africa, something small but remarkable is being minted. A coin, just a single cent. But not just any cent. A 1-cent coin that today, if you're lucky enough to hold it in your hands, could be worth thousands. That's right. One single coin, once worth a bite of bread or a piece of candy, now fetching a price tag you won't believe. But before we get to that, let's talk about why this coin matters. This isn't just a piece of bronze. This coin carries a story. It's a whisper from the past. Every scratch, every worn edge, it tells you it's been through hands, through pockets, through years of a country's history. South Africa in 1968 was a land of contrast and tension. Apartheid was still the law of the land, and coins like this were in every citizen's hand, no matter where they stood in society. It bought newspapers, gum, maybe even a glass of milk. And yet here we are, more than half a century later, and suddenly this humble coin has become a collector's dream. What makes it so special? Why is this 1 cent, out of all the coins out there, rising to such value today? Well, it's not just age that gives it power. It's rarity and detail. See, the 1968 1-cent coin was part of a specific series that carried the image of Jan van Riebeeck, the Dutch settler considered one of the founders of colonial South Africa. On the reverse, the coin shows 2 tiny sparrows perched on a branch, so small and delicate, you almost need a magnifying glass to admire the craftsmanship. That kind of detail just isn't made anymore. Now here's where things get really interesting. Not all 1968 coins are the same. Some were struck in extremely low numbers. Some were minted with slight variations, either in the spacing of the letters or the depth of the strike. And those tiny imperfections? That's what collectors go wild for. Because those little flaws mean limited editions. And limited editions mean value. Scarcity is the name of the game in numismatics. And this coin checks every box. But there's more to this story than just rarity. There's the hunt, the joy of discovery. You know the feeling, finding an old box in the attic, the one you forgot you had. Inside, a tin filled with coins. Some are dull, some are foreign, some you haven't seen in decades. And then, you pick one up. It's bronze, dated 1968. South African. Could it be? Is it the one? That rush, that possibility, is why this world of coins still grips so many men even after all these years. Because it's not just about the money. It's the memories. It's history. It's the story. And maybe that's why this coin speaks especially to men in their 50s, 60s, and beyond. You grew up in a time when coins mattered more than they do now. When change wasn't just digital numbers on a screen. You could feel it. Hear it clink in your pocket. Save it in jars. Trade it for treats. It meant something. And now, decades later, these same coins are coming back to surprise you. One by one, they're revealing their worth. And this particular one, the 1968 South African 1-center, has risen to become one of the most sought-after coins in its class. Not because it's flashy, not because it's gold, but because it's rare, it's rich in history, and it carries the kind of unexpected value that turns heads at every auction it appears in. Collectors around the world are watching for this one. They're bidding. They're searching. Because they know what I'm about to tell you. So if you're watching this and wondering whether it's time to go through your old collections, let me answer that for you. Yes. Now is the time. Check your drawers, your boxes, your closets. Look inside those old wallets and under your furniture. You never know where these coins have ended up. And if you happen to find one, if you hold a 1968 South African 1-center coin in good condition, then listen closely, because this little bronze coin, once worth a fraction of $1, has now sold for as much as $16,900. That's right, $16,900. From 1 cent to nearly 17 grand. All tucked away in a coin most people wouldn't look at twice. So, What are you waiting for? Subscribe now, check your collection, and stay tuned. Because the next coin we talk about might just be sitting in your hand.